Hey guys, this is PJP here. I just thought I'd do an unboxing video. It's been a couple of years since I did the last one. A few years ago I did one for my for a Submariner and FP Jean. A couple of years back I just did one for a Seiko Paddy that I got, and so I thought I'd do the same as what I did a couple of years ago, and I'll do it outside because the lighting's pretty good. I'm just here in Colorado. I don't know if any of you are South Park fans, but it's basically very accurate. It's just like sunny all the time, so it's pretty chilly, but it's just sunny all the time, so it's a good place to do a video. So yeah, here's the Jaeger LeCoultre Master Control Date, which I just picked up. This is kind of a true unboxing video because the guy put it in the box and I haven't opened it yet. So and I've got a couple other watches here that I wanted to use just to kind of demonstrate what I was talking about on the forum recently. My motivation for getting this watch. I've got my Seamaster DeVille, which is really an out-and-out dress watch. It's pretty versatile. Like you can wear it casually, but it really is just it's a time-only three-hand watch. This one's from 1968, I believe. It's got an engraving. Yeah, this is from 1968, and it's in ridiculous condition. And then I've got sports watches. So this is one of my sports watches, obviously a 5513 from the mid 80s. And I wanted more of like a kind of everyday kind of watch, which is why I started looking at this. So so here's the box. It's pretty big, as is the case when you get a watch like this. Underneath here there's kind of all the warranty card and stuff like that, and then here we are. Here's the box. I'm just gonna need two hands because I don't have a tripod. And we have it. This is the Jaeger LeCoultre Master Control Date. So the Master Control Date has been out for a while. The Master Control range, I think, was from 93. 93? 92? Yeah, maybe 92. And the Master Control, it's to do with the amount of testing they put it through. Apparently they put each one through 1,000 hours of testing, so that's why they decided to call it that. This came out in 2017, so at SIHH in 2017, this is where that debuted. And then I remember when I saw it come out at the time, I really liked it, and they brought this out along with a chronograph and a wild time, all with this distinctive dial, the sector dial. I looked at the chronograph. I almost bought the chronograph a couple of months back, and but it didn't have the display back, and there was just something about it. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of chronographs. It's one of those things where I really like them when I see them online, but when I wear them, I've had chronographs before. I had a 6265 Daytona, and I sold that because I just realized I was trying to convince myself that I liked it rather than actually liking it, and I felt that was maybe the case with the chronograph version of this. So as I say, I've just been after a kind of everyday kind of watch. I'd bought the Seiko Cocktail Time a couple of years back, intending for that to be kind of an everyday watch, and it just didn't do it for me. I don't know why. The design just didn't work for me. So yeah, I just picked this up. So I'm just gonna take it out of the case. It's going to attach to this thing here. Give me 1 second. Here we go. So yeah, sector dial with those kind of syringed hands. The quality, versus price on this, is really incredible. I mean, Jaeger LeCoultre used to be known primarily as a movement maker. That's where they kind of made their name, and so they can kind of do movements at pretty large scale. So you'll find kind of things which you would expect from a watch, that cost a lot more than this. So you've got like the blued hands, and these things aren't there. They're not chemically in the blued screws and the movement. They're not chemically blued like in some watches. These are actually heated. So they're put in a big oven. You can kind of see in the movement. This is the movement 899, which is So it's one of their basic movements. It's a 38-hour power reserve. It beats at 4 hertz, which is 28,800 per hour. You can see the balance wheel going back and forth. So free sprung balance as opposed to regulated. And again, the screws there, look, they're blued. That's kind of thing that usually a kind of mark of a higher end watch. So you can see, like on the movement, like this Côte de Genève, it's mechanically applied. It's not like someone's sitting there doing it, but it's really good quality. For the price. It's rated to 5 bar, so 5 ATM. So you can't go swimming in it, but you don't need to worry if it rains. So I'm pretty pleased with it. It's a watch that sometimes I think I've bought watches before where that it was just like the wrong time. Like when I had that FB Jaune, it was kind of just every time I went out with it, I was worried I'd scratch it and then that would be it ruined forever, and it's kind of a lot of money. Whereas this is the kind of watch where obviously it's not cheap, but it's I can feel confident I can just wear this every day if I want, wear it to work. It's pretty thin as well, so it wears very comfortably. It's 39mm case, steel case, and if I just put it next to these, you'll kind of see what kind of the reason I got it. For me, it kind of fits between it fits between the kind of out-and-out dress watch and the out-and-out sports watch. You could wear this with a suit or something, but it doesn't look out of place, casual or dressed up. And I've never had a Jaeger LeCoultre before either. I thought I did, but I just realised I actually I did a kind of exchange with someone I knew for a couple of months, and I had the Reserve de Marche for a while, which was okay, but it didn't exactly speak to me. But this one does. I think it's just the dial. The dial's really cool. I think I've said this in every video I've done, but it's really hard to capture these things if you're just using an iPhone. But it's really cool. I mean, it's printed. It's not like the applied markers. Obviously, for a watch that costs this much, you're not going to get the real super high end. You don't get the kind of 3-dimensional kind of pop that you would get with other watches. Like a Lange & Söhne or a more expensive Jaeger LeCoultre. Got a new strap coming because the watch has been in the case for a while. It's been kind of on and off. Same thing I kind of thought they could have done with you probably could have done with a deployant rather than a pin buckle, because obviously that's going to make the strap last longer. And the deployant, I think it's like $500. So it's one of those things where it's like, it's funny, I spend a lot of money on a watch, but spending that much on a deployant to make the strap last longer isn't something I really want to do. So I'll probably just stick with the pin buckle. So yeah, you've got all the paperwork and stuff. Normally I show all that, but it's kind of boring. I got a nice little gift. They gave me a little watch case for traveling. So yeah, here it is, new addition to the collection. And I'm hoping my next unboxing video won't be in 2 years' time. Hopefully it will be sooner than that. So anyway, awooga.